Welcome to this explainer. Dark Gathering, the prey and the predator. We're stepping into a world today where the shadows, well, they hide some truly terrifying truths. We're going to break down the chilling narrative and those fascinating character dynamics right from the opening of Dark Gathering. I really want you to just immerse yourself in this kind of melancholic, unsettling atmosphere. Because in this world, the supernatural isn't just some urban myth. It's a very real, very dangerous ecosystem. And to survive it, you've got to understand your place in the food chain. So the question is, are you the prey or are you the predator? Okay, let's dive into this. The night always brings cold. You know, it's a simple phrase, but wow, it carries this heavy, dreadful weight. For our main character, a university freshman named Keitaro Gentoga, that cold, it isn't coming from the weather outside. It's radiating from within. He is haunted by a terrifying reality that just chills him right to the bone. A reality he desperately wishes he could just forget. See, he's not your typical fearless hero. Actually, scratch that. He's someone deeply traumatized by the unseen world constantly lurking around him.
The medium's curse. Keitaro's deepest desire is incredibly simple, but also kind of tragic. He literally just wants a normal life. Like any of us trying to find our footing, right? He wants to go to university lectures, hang out with friends, and honestly, most importantly, he just wants to sit in a room and not feel this overwhelming urge to check the dark corners for lurking horrors. He just wants peace. But as you'll see, fate and the really dark curse have entirely different plans for him.
So what does this all mean? Well, Keitaro's condition is super specific and frankly terrifying. He is a medium. But hold on, we aren't talking about someone who does cheap parlor tricks or reads palms at a carnival. In this universe, a medium is a person with spiritual energy so incredibly powerful that demons, ghosts, and the absolute worst creatures of the afterlife are instinctively drawn to them. Think about that for a second. Drawn to them like moths to a flame. This definition completely isolates Keitaro from the normal world. It establishes him not as some guy in control, but as the ultimate prey in this horrific supernatural ecosystem. He's basically a walking beacon for every nightmare hiding in the dark. And being the ultimate prey? Yeah, that comes with a devastating real-world price. Just 2 years ago, his condition actually caused his best friend to be gravely injured, and the guilt from that, it totally shattered him. Ever since that day, Keitaro has lived completely cut off from the world. He's utterly terrified that getting close to anyone is just going to put them right in the crosshairs of the spirits hunting him. And, you know, as a constant, inescapable physical reminder of that nightmare, his right hand is permanently wrapped in thick medical bandages. Right underneath those bandages lies this gruesome, otherworldly scar left by a supernatural curse. It's a permanent mark of his trauma.
The girl with skull eyes. Well, humans aren't meant to be completely alone, right? And Keitaro finally decides he just can't live hiding in his room forever. So he makes this brave attempt to step back into the light, to reintegrate into normal society. How? By taking a seemingly innocent part-time job as a private tutor. His very first student is this young girl named Yayoi Hozuki, who actually happens to be a relative of his injured friend. Now, at first glance, she just seems like a quiet, maybe slightly strange kid. But appearances are profoundly deceiving, and Keitaro's attempt at normalcy, it's about to backfire spectacularly.
And this brilliantly illustrates the core dynamic of our story, totally subverting everything we expect from typical character tropes. On one side, we've got Keitaro. He's the older young adult who is absolutely terrified, desperately hiding from the spiritual world. He's playing the role of the ultimate victim. But on the other side, we have his new pupil, little Yayoi. Listen, she's not just a normal, quiet child. She is a verified genius with an IQ of nearly 160. And crucially, she can also see ghosts. But unlike Keitaro, who runs away from them, Yayoi actively hunts them down. She is the ultimate predator. And now the prey and the predator have just been placed in the exact same room.
The true horror of this new dynamic really hits Keitaro in a single, intensely suspenseful moment. Right in the middle of their tutoring session, Keitaro leans in and truly looks into Yayoi's face. And what he sees, it sends a shiver straight down his spine. Her pupils are literally shaped like skulls. No way, right? And they aren't just some weird physical oddity. As he looks at her, he realizes those skull-shaped eyes seem to stare right through him. They are perfectly perceiving every single ounce of the darkness, the spiritual gloom, and the curse that constantly surrounds him. She sees exactly what he is.
The room of suffering spirits. To truly understand Yayoi and the sheer magnitude of the situation Keitaro has just walked into, we really have to look at where she lives. I want you to just imagine stepping into her personal space. The atmosphere immediately drops. It's a room of suffering spirits. The air gets thick, and the space is defined by this grave, eerie silence that makes you instinctively want to hold your breath.
Inside Yayoi's room, that dead silence is broken only by this faint, highly unnatural rustling sound. You look around and you notice the walls are completely covered in cute plush toys. Teddy bears, dolls, the whole shebang. But hey, forget Build-A-Bear, this is pure nightmare fuel. Each and every one of these plushies contains an imprisoned, crucified, and deeply suffering evil spirit. Let that sink in for a second. This little girl's bedroom is essentially a maximum security prison for demons. And the absolute craziest part, Yayoi caught every single one of these incredibly dangerous entities entirely by herself. So the crucial point is why? Why on earth is a genius child trapping malevolent demons in teddy bears? Well, it all comes down to a ruthless, deeply personal master plan. Step 1, catch as many evil spirits as possible. Step 2, force them into submission to build a literal supernatural monster army. Step 3 is where the real tragedy hits. She needs this army to hunt down one specific, massive, hungry ghost. The exact ghost that ripped out her mother's soul right in front of her eyes during a horrific car accident. And step 4, use her army of captured spirits to tear that ghost apart and get her mother back. It's a tragic, yet incredibly calculated and cold-blooded mission of vengeance.
The beginning of the Dark Gathering. This brings us right to the violent convergence of our two characters. Yayoi, having thoroughly analyzed Keitaro, steps closer to her new tutor. The air in the room suddenly grows incredibly heavy. It's thick and oppressive, kind of like the atmosphere right before a massive thunderstorm breaks. This is the true beginning. It's the exact moment where the paths of the ultimate prey and the ultimate predator violently align.
Yaoi looks up at Keitaro with those piercing skull-shaped eyes. Her voice is completely devoid of emotion as she says, "Your aura, it's incredible. You are the best bait for the strongest ghosts I've ever seen. You will help me. Together, we will go to the most terrifying places, and we will catch them all." She doesn't even see him as a tutor anymore. She realizes that his powerful cursed energy, literally the very thing ruining his life, makes him the absolutely perfect, albeit completely unwilling, tool for her supernatural hunt. In that single chilling moment, Keitaro feels the blood just drain from his face. His fingers go completely cold. The illusion of a normal life, that peaceful existence he was so desperately fighting for, yeah, it's shattered entirely. His very attempt to escape the supernatural world actually became the exact trap that caught him. He is now inextricably tied to a genius, ruthless ghost hunter. Whether he likes it or not, he's going to be dragged into the very heart of the darkness he spent years running from.
And that brings us to the end of our explainer on this thrilling opening chapter. So, what do you think? Will Keitaro survive this journey into the abyss of fear? It's definitely a provocative thought to leave you with, because the Dark Gathering has literally only just begun. What horrific, unspeakable adventures await this terrified medium and this genius predator as they venture into the darkest corners of the spiritual world? I really hope this explainer sparked your curiosity and gave you a clear, structured understanding of this amazing universe. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive, and remember, keep questioning what hides in the dark.